Hey, what's going on? Taha Photo here. Welcome back to the channel. It is 2022, of course, and this is my first video of 2022. We're about 20 days into the new year. How's it going? How are you actually doing when it comes to the goals that you've set in the last 20 days? Did you follow at least one through? Are you already putting it into practice? These are some of the questions that I feel like I'm asking myself. Instead of doing that January 1st, I'm gonna go hard and I'm gonna bench like 600-700 with one arm. No, let's start off slow, be consistent. At the end of the year, we can be proud of ourselves. 2022 is an interesting year for myself personally. I finally have a space to record, which is kind of rare because for the last year or so, I've been recording in the basement. Shout out to the in-laws for helping us out for the last year, giving us a space to live. I recorded all those videos, all my YouTube videos. I started the channel basically in that space. So here's my new space. It's small. Of course it's small. It's like less is more. That's the vibe, right? So I just did some revamping here. I still got to throw up some shelves. Look, I got my IKEA shelves. Of course you got to have some IKEA shelves. So I'm going to throw probably one. I'll throw one up here most likely. And then maybe another one over here. I'm just giving you the old 101 because I don't know what to do. If you guys have any some simple, small space creative ideas that will help this space, I'm all ears. So I'm kind of excited about that part of the studio. It's a work in progress, so you'll see me like this in this space, and there won't be much around it. I got my little all-in-one stand for my camera and my mic. I'm using the H1N handy recorder for my audio. Probably do some podcast stuff coming up. Yes. And then we got my Mac over here and my monitor. I don't know, now I'm doing a studio tour here, but what I'm trying to say is it's still less is more. Matter of fact, it's more less is more. It's about recording and connecting and making images, of course, when we can, when we have time, but balancing it all, man. I've been spending so much time with my family. By the way, shout out to everybody for the beautiful wishes for the little one and just the positive energy. It means a ton. I'm excited because it's my space. I can be quiet, I can be calm, I can be myself fully. So I'm hoping that these next few videos, you'll feel that there's progress, there's movement. I'm still ambitious, I'm still excited, but at the same time, hey man, this is the situation I'm in. I am trying to, basically start from scratch again and build it up so everything is exactly what I want it to be and how it should look, how it should feel, how it should sound, and that's gonna take a little time. All right, enough rambling. What are we talking about today? Somewhere in that intro, this is about 2022 and setting goals and meeting those goals and excelling past those goals, exceeding those goals, all the while being as present as possible. So for me, those three things this year are going to be this. Number 1, website. Number 2, personal projects. Number 3 on my goals for 2022, consistency. I love my website and I hate it. I love it when it's done, and then after a few months I'm like, next. But what I realized in the process of tweaking my website, that's the real hub of who I am. I should be investing way more time, energy, and focus on the hub that is Taha Photo, Street Soul. This is like the foundation of everything I want to share with the world. It's not social media first and then my website. So that's the mentality that I'm trying to roll with in 2022. In the first quarter, I plan on just revamping everything. And it's not because it's garbage. It's not my latest works. It's not my latest thoughts. Within that, I'm going to blog a lot more. It's going to be a place where I experiment a few things with my cameras, film, digital, whatever, and then we talk about it. Maybe you comment, maybe you don't, maybe nobody comments on it, but the accountability of expressing how I feel about my photography and my thoughts about photography in general, street photography, how it helps me evolve as a human being, that's what I want to talk about on my site. So I think the blog is going to be a big thing for me in 2022. And big doesn't mean 40 posts a week. It just means when I feel something, I'm not gonna run to social media first. I'm gonna start with my site. So if you're watching this in the week of the 20th, roughly by the end of the month, there'll be my first blog post talking about whatever it is, street photography related, motivation, inspiration. So take a look at tahaphoto.com. But I'm excited, my website, that's where it's gonna be my foundation. Okay, so number 2 on my 2022 improvements or goal setting, that is going to be personal projects. Now here's the thing. In 2021, I talked about personal projects, but I didn't follow through on personal projects because, man, life was the personal project. But that ain't an excuse. I'm here now. I'm talking about sharing personal projects because I find that's when you step out of your comfort zone when you're sharing personal projects. So I have 3 in mind. The first one I want to share is it's about basketball and it's about hoops. It played a vital role in my early teen years, and I didn't realize that till many years later when I started with photography. I thought, man, how come I love shooting basketball rims and basketball nets? I mean, you see it online, you see these photos, but anytime I did take these photos, I could think about grade 8, I could think about grade 7, grade 9, grade 10, and I can place what I was listening to, what I was eating, girls that I liked, what I was wearing, who I hung out with. Music, like I said, was a huge part. So this project, this personal project, is gonna be about wherever I go, wherever I'm shooting, I find a rim and I can tell a story. And those stories are not necessarily about that specific rim, but it's a story around the basketball rim and what it means to me. I don't know, man, that's part of my childhood. So yeah, that's my first personal project. I think I have 3 that I want to share over the next 12 months. So I'm calling myself out basically and saying, yo, you said you're going to do a personal project. Where is it at? What are some of the dates? What's the goal? When are you going to share it? How are you going to share it? Maybe some of y'all have done personal projects. You can give me some feedback and let me know how I can better serve the community with these images that I'm taking. And I've been taking tons over the last couple of years, but now it's time to gather it, put it in one place, and then share it. That is the goal of a personal project. All right, so number 3 is a strange one, maybe because it's not like a tangible thing, but man, it just kind of encompasses all the things that we're talking about here. Consistency. Now, how can consistency be a goal of 2022, you may ask? If you don't have consistency in anything that you're sharing or attempting to accomplish, I just don't know how you get it done. I just don't know how you get it done in a reasonable time at the highest level, or how do you improve? So at the root of consistency is what? Discipline. Now, discipline is a interesting thing because your efficiency in being disciplined gets challenged every single day. And the more responsibilities in your life, the harder it is to do the things that you love, because you have to balance it all. You can't just do, well, I'm speaking for myself. You can't just do one thing like be amazing at photography and then just be an okay dad. I feel like you gotta balance it personally, because you're losing out and you're missing out on the whole purpose, which is finding joy in all of these things. So discipline, how do you become disciplined? Well, I know what I have to do. I have to have a routine. And that routine has to be, I record in the morning. I'm a morning person, so I gotta record in the morning. All my videos, go out for my walks before the kids get up. I gotta do all that stuff if I want to be consistent with my photography and my expression and my creativity, my motivation, my inspiration to y'all. The goal is consistency, but the root is discipline. I'll be working on that all of 2022. All right, so with that said, what are some of the things that you're improving on in 2022? We're 20 days in, so you've had time to try a few of those things that you said on January 1st, yo, I'm starting this, I'm gonna get better at this. What is that? All right, so that's it for today. I mean, this is the first video. I hope you can feel the energy, the excitement, because that's what I feel. I feel like even though I have these new goals that I've set for myself, and oh my gosh, it's kind of scary because, yo, am I gonna even reach them? At the same time, I'm like, yo, let's bring that on. I want to put more pressure on my creative self in a positive way because I'm ready. This is the one life we have. I want to do it now. I want to do it all right now, but I know that I have to balance and pace it out. This is the first step. Whatever happened yesterday, not interested. Whatever's happening tomorrow, don't care, didn't happen yet. But right now, I can just go on forever about all the things that I want to do, but it doesn't matter if I'm not taking action. I'm putting this video out so you guys can call me out. You say, yo, hey Todd, man, at the beginning of the year, you did that video, you're trying to get us all hyped, and you didn't do none of those things. You didn't do no projects, you didn't practice no discipline, the videos don't come out. 2022 is the year we show ourselves so much love. We improve, we fall down, we get up, we talk about how we fell down. No big deal. No one's better than anybody else. We're just trying to have the most fun on this special journey called life. We only got one of them. You're here right now. Please take that in. You're super important. Love yourself. Do your best. Stay creative and believe in yourself. Peace.